today what we're going to do is we're going to build a character out of primitives inside of Maya. So 3D character, what are primitives? On our shelf we can see surface. Here's several primitives. Polygons. There's a few more. They're listed right here. You can just click on one and load it on the screen. The other way is to create. This is really the standard method. And then there's our NURB by word instead of by picture, or polygon primitives. So what I'll do here is tear off this sheet by clicking on the dotted lines at the top. That way I'll keep this open while I select a sphere. Notice that it landed right in the middle. It didn't give me any questions, options, whatever, because I have interactive creation unchecked, and it places it right in the middle like this. And titles it P-Sphere. So I'm going to rename this head. Good habit to be in is renaming your objects. And then with the W key on the keyboard, I can drag this head up some height or key in some specific height units. Okay, let's get a cube, and again I'll pull it up, and then so the W, E, R, so R is for scale, and in the middle scale all, and I'm going to flatten this in that direction. W, pull it down, give some space for a neck if I decide to add one. And the next item is a cylinder, and with this cylinder I could come down to polycylinder, left click, and change parameters such as the radius. What I did was I selected the word radius, and then with my middle mouse button I'm changing the value there or here to simplify, or I'm going to take the cap subdivision off by making it 0. Simplifying this, I'm going to make it a tall. What I'm going for is a basic arm shape. So let's take the radius down, and okay. The next thing I want to do, W, notice where the center is. So if I click to rotate this, or key in 90, not that I have to, but there it is. Okay, so W, it's rotated on the axis, and now it's got 90 degrees locked in. But more importantly, the center is at the center of the object, which is logical, but not always what you want. So what I'm going to do is, by holding the D key on the keyboard, you'll see the arrows disappear. Kind of hard to see from this perspective, but I can click and drag the line to pull. Okay, so now if I put this up in a position, and I'm going to hold the Alt key and hit the A key to frame all, and then Alt orientation, I could simply go through that process again, or Control D for duplication to make my next part of the arm. And with the A key it frames all, and so on and so forth. Okay, so there's a basic getting started steps to building out your character. And obviously this arm is a bit large, so you'll want to work it to get your character a reasonable size for a typical human being.